Let me ask you something. How much longer are you going to settle for good enough? How many times have you said to yourself, I'll start tomorrow, knowing full well tomorrow never comes? The truth is, greatness isn't waiting for you. It's running ahead of you, daring you to catch up. The question is, do you have what it takes to chase it down? I know some of you might be thinking I'm already doing fine, but this speech isn't for people who want to live a fine life. This is for the ones who want more. This is for the ones who are ready to push through the pain, break through the doubts, and grab life by the reins. By the end of this speech, you'll understand not only why you've been holding back, but how to unleash the greatness inside you. The journey to greatness, this is a choice. You weren't born with limits. You were born with potential. Every single day, you get to choose whether you take a step toward greatness or stay exactly where you are. Breaking your limits. The only way to find out how far you can go is to push past where you've been. It's not easy, but that's where the growth happens, on the other side of comfort. Mindset matters. If you believe you can't, you're right. But if you believe you can, you're halfway there. Train your mind to see challenges as opportunities, not obstacles. Embrace the grind. Nobody becomes great without effort. Greatness is built in the hours when no one's watching, when you're sweating, struggling, and sacrificing. Learn from failure. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's a part of it. Every setback you face is the setup for a comeback as long as you don't quit. Unshakable discipline. Motivation gets you started. Discipline keeps you going. Show up for yourself every day, even when you don't feel like it. The power of sacrifice. You can't have it all right now, but you can have greatness if you're willing to let go of what's holding you back. Surround yourself with greatness. If you want to fly, stop walking with people who are content crawling. Find those who inspire you to aim higher. Greatness isn't just about what you achieve, it's about what you leave behind. Make your story worth remembering. Now, don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for permission. Greatness starts today with the decisions you make right now. Here's the truth. Greatness isn't something you find. It's something you create. You've heard the steps. You felt the fire. Now it's time to act. No one else can do this for you. You have everything you need within you right now to become the person you've always dreamed of being. So what are you going to do? Are you going to stay in the crowd, or are you going to step up and push to greatness? This is your moment. Take it. You weren't born with limits. You were born with potential. Every single day, you wake up with a choice. A choice to stay where you are or to take a step closer to becoming who you were meant to be. It's not about where you're starting from. It's about where you're willing to go. The reality is, most people settle. They settle for a life that's comfortable, predictable, and just good enough. But good enough isn't greatness. Greatness requires you to make a decision, a conscious, deliberate decision to be better than you were yesterday. It's not something handed to you, and it's not reserved for the select few. It's earned. One decision, one action, one day at a time. Think about this. Every time you choose to take the easy way out, you're not just avoiding discomfort, you're delaying your destiny. Every missed opportunity, every excuse, every time you let fear hold you back, you're choosing to stay small. But here's the truth. You are one decision away from a completely different life. The power is in your hands. No one else can decide for you. You have to look yourself in the mirror and ask, am I really giving my all, or am I just coasting? And if you're coasting, it's time to shift gears. Today could be the day everything changes, but only if you make the choice to start, the choice to push forward, no matter how tough it gets, the choice to say, I will not stop until I see greatness staring back at me in the mirror. It's not easy, but it's worth it. And the best part, once you decide, the world starts opening up for you. Opportunities appear. Strength you didn't know you had surfaces. But it all starts with one thing: your decision. What will you choose today? Comfort zones are the biggest enemy of greatness. You know the space I'm talking about. The one where everything feels safe, familiar, and predictable. It's cozy, isn't it? But here's the catch. Nothing extraordinary ever grows there. Staying in your comfort zone is like running in circles, convincing yourself you're moving forward when in reality you're just standing still. The only way to discover how far you can truly go is to step beyond that line of familiarity. That's where growth begins. It's uncomfortable, it's challenging, and sometimes it's downright terrifying, but that's the point. Growth demands discomfort. Every new level of success requires you to break through the barriers of your old self. Think of a rubber band. It only works when it's stretched. The same applies to you. The moment you stop stretching yourself, you stop expanding your potential. Sure, it's tempting to stay where you feel safe, but ask yourself this: are you more afraid of the discomfort that comes with growth, or the regret of never knowing how great you could have been? Every limit you think you have is a lie you've told yourself. You're not too old, too late, too inexperienced, or too weak. Those are excuses. And excuses are just fears disguised as logic. The truth is, you don't know what you're capable of until you push past what you think is possible. It's time to stop avoiding the challenge and start chasing it. Every step you take outside your comfort zone is a step closer to discovering the incredible strength and resilience within you. When you break your limits, you don't just move forward, you redefine who you are. Are you ready to find out what you're really made of? Your mind is the battlefield where greatness is won or lost. Before you take a single step toward your goals, you have to conquer the thoughts that try to hold you back. Everything starts here, in the way you think about yourself, your potential, and the challenges ahead. Think about it. How many times have you talked yourself out of something before you even tried? How many times have you let doubt creep in and tell you you're not good enough, it's too hard, or you'll never make it? That voice in your head is your greatest enemy. It's the one saying, stay safe, don't risk it, just settle. But let me tell you something, that voice is a liar. Your mindset shapes your reality. If you believe you're capable of greatness, you'll find ways to make it happen. But if you believe you're destined to fail, you'll sabotage yourself before you even begin. The most powerful words you'll ever speak are the ones you say to yourself. What are you saying? Are you building yourself up? Or are you tearing yourself down? Are you feeding your mind with the belief that you can, or are you poisoning it with excuses and fears? Here's the truth. Your mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what you consistently tell it. If you tell yourself you're unstoppable, you'll act like it. If you tell yourself you're destined for greatness, you'll work like it. That's the power of belief. But belief alone isn't enough. You have to back it up with action. A strong mindset fuels discipline, and discipline leads to results. Start training your mind today. Replace doubt with confidence, fear with courage, and hesitation with determination. When your mind is strong, there's nothing in this world that can stop you. Greatness begins with a decision. And that decision is yours to make right now. Greatness doesn't come wrapped in a shiny package with a big red bow. It's earned, forged, and built in the moments when nobody's watching. It's in the early mornings, the late nights, and at times you feel like quitting, but keep going anyway. Let's be real. There's no shortcut, no hack, no magic pill that replaces hard work. The grind is the price you pay for greatness. And if you're not willing to pay that price, then stop telling yourself you want it. Because greatness doesn't wait for anyone who's afraid of a little sweat. The grind is where champions are made. It's in the long hours of practice, the endless repetitions, and the sacrifices nobody sees. It's showing up when you're tired, pushing when you're in pain, and staying disciplined when motivation fades. That's what separates those who dream about greatness from those who live it. But here's the beauty of the grind. It transforms you. Every drop of sweat, every ounce of effort, every struggle you endure is building a version of you that's stronger, sharper, and more resilient. The grind teaches you lessons you can't learn any other way. It shows you what you're made of. And yes, it's hard. It's supposed to be. But nothing worth having ever comes easy. You've got to embrace the struggle, lean into the discomfort, and trust that every small, gritty step forward is taking you closer to the life you've always wanted. The question isn't whether you're willing to work hard when it's convenient. The question is whether you're willing to do it when it's inconvenient, when it hurts, and when nobody's cheering you on. Because that's where greatness is found, in the grind. And the grind is waiting for you. Are you ready to answer the call? Failure isn't the end, it's the beginning. It's not a dead-end road. It's a stepping stone on a path to greatness. Yet so many people are terrified of failing. They see it as a sign to stop, as proof that they're not good enough. But here's the truth. Failure isn't a signal to quit. It's a test of how badly you want it. When you fail, it hurts. It's supposed to. That sting, that's growth in disguise. Every time you fall short, you're being handed a lesson. The question is, are you willing to learn from it, or are you going to let it define you? What? Think about anyone who's achieved greatness. Every single one of them has failed. Not once, not twice, but over and over again. What separates them from the rest isn't that they avoided failure. It's that they got back up every time. They didn't see failure as a stop sign. They saw it as a detour, a chance to try again with more wisdom and experience. Failure is your teacher, not your enemy. It shows you your weaknesses so you can strengthen them. It reveals your blind spots so you can fix them. It forces you to dig deeper, work harder, and come back stronger. Without failure, there's no growth. Without growth, there's no greatness. So don't fear failure. Embrace it. Expect it. Use it. When you fail, take a moment to reflect, adjust, and then get back to work. Because every time you rise after falling, you're closer to who you're meant to be. Failure is only fatal if you let it stop you. But if you use it, it becomes your fuel. And with the right fuel, there's no limit to how far you can go. Discipline is the silent force behind every success story. Motivation is powerful in the moment. It can spark a fire inside you, get you excited to start something new, and push you to take that first step. But here's the harsh reality. Motivation fades. The excitement wears off. The newness of your goal becomes routine. And when that happens, only one thing can carry you through: discipline. Discipline is what keeps you going when the thrill is gone. It's the commitment to do what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. It's the difference between those who dream and those who achieve. Without discipline, dreams stay fantasies. With discipline, dreams become plans. Discipline means showing up every day, not just when you feel motivated. It means sticking to the grind even when the results aren't immediate. It means pushing through the frustration, the tiredness, and the setbacks because you understand that consistency is the key to unlocking success. The beauty of discipline is that it's within your control. You can't always control how you feel, but you can control your actions. And when you make disciplined actions a habit, they begin to work for you even when your motivation is long gone. Every small disciplined action you take compounds over time. Day by day, effort by effort, you are building the momentum that will carry you toward your goals. Think about your greatest achievements in life. Did they come because you were always motivated or because you were disciplined enough to push through the hard days? Discipline is the foundation upon which greatness is built. So if you want to rise above, if you want to achieve something extraordinary, it's time to stop relying on motivation and start committing to discipline. Your future self will thank you for the choices you make today. Success demands sacrifice. You cannot have everything at once. You cannot hold on to the old habits, relationships, or comforts that are keeping you stuck in mediocrity and still expect to reach greatness. The price of achieving something extraordinary is letting go of things that no longer serve you. Sacrifice is the trade-off you make when you choose your future over your present comfort. It's about understanding that some things in your life need to be sacrificed now so that you can reap the rewards later. Whether it's time, energy, or even relationships, greatness requires you to make hard choices. Every successful person you admire has made sacrifices. They sacrifice sleep, fun, time with family, and sometimes even their peace of mind in the pursuit of their goals. But here's what they know. Those sacrifices aren't permanent. They are temporary discomforts that open the door to lasting success. If you want to become the best version of yourself, you have to ask yourself, what are you willing to give up? Are you willing to give up a few hours of sleep to work on your dreams? Are you willing to stop spending time with people who drain your energy and start surrounding yourself with people who lift you up? Are you willing to give up the easy road in favor of the road that will require hard work, discipline, and perseverance? Sacrifice doesn't mean giving up what you want. It means giving up what you thought you wanted for something better, something bigger. It means prioritizing your long-term goals over short-term pleasures. The rewards that come with true greatness are worth every ounce of sacrifice you make. So take a hard look at your life and ask, what do you need to let go of? The sacrifices you make today are the seeds for the success you will enjoy tomorrow. Are you ready to plant them? The people you surround yourself with have a profound impact on your journey to greatness. You are in many ways the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you want to rise, you must be intentional about who you allow into your inner circle. The right people will push you to be better, hold you accountable, and challenge you to go further than you ever thought possible. The wrong people will drain you, limit your potential, and keep you stuck in a cycle of mediocrity. Success isn't just about what you do on your own. It's about who you surround yourself with that makes the difference. Look around at the people in your life. Do they inspire you? Do they push you to be better, or do they make you feel comfortable where you are? If you want to become someone who accomplishes extraordinary things, you need to surround yourself with individuals who encourage growth, celebrate hard work, and demand excellence. Greatness thrives in an environment of support, challenge, and shared ambition. Find people who believe in your vision, people who won't let you settle, and people who are not afraid to hold up a mirror to your weaknesses. These are the people who will make your journey easier because they'll walk alongside you, lifting you when you fall and pushing you when you feel like giving up. But just as importantly, distance yourself from those who bring negativity or small thinking into your world. People who constantly criticize, complain, or play it safe will hold you back from reaching your full potential. You cannot afford to let these people take up space in your life if you want to push to greatness. If you want to fly, stop walking with those who are content crawling. Seek out those who inspire you to aim higher, who believe in your potential even when you struggle to see it yourself. Your circle of influence will either elevate you or limit you. Choose wisely. And make sure the people around you are a reflection of where you want to go. The path to greatness is not meant to be walked alone, but it is meant to be walked with the right people. Are you walking with the right ones? Greatness is not just about what you achieve in your lifetime. It's about what you leave behind. It's about the legacy you build, the mark you make on the world, and the impact you have on the people around you. The question isn't just, what do I want to accomplish? It's, what do I want to be remembered for? Every decision you make, every action you take is a brushstroke on a canvas of your legacy. You can choose to live a life that leaves a footprint, or you can live in a way that leaves nothing behind but memories of a life that barely scratched the surface of its potential. The choice is yours. When you think about legacy, think beyond material success. It's not about the cars you drive, the houses you own, or the accolades you collect. True legacy is about the lives you've touched, the people you've uplifted, and the changes you've made in the world. It's about being remembered not for your possessions, but for your passion, your impact, and your perseverance. If you want to leave a lasting legacy, it starts with making decisions today that will affect the future. It's about the small acts of kindness, the commitment to excellence, and the courage to stand up for what you believe in. Legacy isn't something that happens overnight. It's built through consistent effort, integrity, and an unwavering commitment to doing what's right, even when it's hard. When you reach the end of your life, will you look back and feel proud of the legacy you've created? Will you know that you gave everything you had, that you pushed to be the best version of yourself, and that your life mattered? That's the ultimate measure of success. Not how far you've gone, but how far you've helped others go. Greatness is not about individual success. It's about the ripple effect you create in the lives of others. The legacy you build will outlast your time on this earth. Make sure it's a legacy you can be proud of, a legacy that inspires others to push for their own greatness. Your impact can live on long after you're gone. What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? This is it. Your time is now. You've heard the steps, you've felt the fire burning inside, and now it's time to act. No more waiting for the perfect moment. No more excuses. If you keep putting off what you're capable of, you'll end up looking back years from now, wondering what could have been. You will never have this moment again, so why waste it? You don't have the luxury of waiting for conditions to be just right. The perfect moment doesn't exist. The time to act is right now. It doesn't matter how small the first step is. What matters is that you take it. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to begin. Every journey starts with a single step, and that step can be taken today. It's easy to get overwhelmed by the big picture, but greatness isn't about doing everything at once. It's about taking consistent, focused action, one day at a time. You don't have to move fast. You just need to keep moving. The moment you stop, the moment you give in to fear or doubt, you're putting your future on hold. But if you keep pushing, If you keep showing up, greatness will start to reveal itself to you. Your dreams, your goals, the life you've always wanted, they're all waiting for you to take that first step. And once you take it, don't look back. Don't let anything stop you. The people who achieve greatness don't wait for permission. They create their own path. They act now, not tomorrow, not next year. So ask yourself, what are you waiting for? The only thing standing between you and the life you want is the decision to act. Right now, today, you have the power to change your entire future. Stop dreaming about it. Stop talking about it. Start doing it. Your greatness begins with the choices you make today. Step forward. Take action. Make it happen. Your future is waiting for you to show up. Will you?